It's now time for Around Town on KWN Community TV Channel 7. The views and opinions on tonight's program are not necessarily those of the staff nor the management of KWN TV 7 and Dade County Broadcasting Incorporated. Now, let's go Around Town on KWN TV 7.
Well, here we are. Welcome, everyone, to Around Town. This, you're seeing it right now. This is the first installation of Rex and Dex. It's always been a thing we've talked about. Never actually happened, but here we are. Hey, Rex, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing great, and this could be the last Rex and Dex, but we don't know that yet.
I guess that's true.
Monda copped out on us today, so.
Yep, she sure did.
We'll forgive her this time.
I get to sit in Monda's chair today.
Yeah,
that's pretty
exactly
cool.
Right. She's on.
I always sit on this side, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Well, what are we talking about today, Rex?
Well, I wanted. Last week I bought just a little poster of my sign that where our farm is on the Georgia Centennial Farm, which means that we've lived on the same families, lived on the same farm, is still in production of some things, horses and hay and timber and stuff like that.
Right.
And my great-grandmother bought this farm at New England in 1910, so we're 110 years old.
Nice.
And the same family lives on it. My family owns half of it, and my cousin and his sister owns the other half. So it's
okay.
You know.
So whoever finally sells it off is going to get super haunted.
Well, actually, we got this put on the register before they sold it. They've got it up for sale. Their half.
Oh, they do.
But our half will still be on there. So
okay.
They got.
The remnant.
I thought it was nice that we got it on there right before they made us. Well, the guy is coming from Florida, and he's got to sell his place in Florida before he can move up. So that's not a definite thing.
So where's this sign going to be?
Well, I'm going to put it on my house, and then I gave Russell and his daughter one to put on the big yellow house where all my family was. That's the house they bought down there, the big yellow house across from the New England Baptist Church.
Yeah.
And so that I got one
house.
for. My cousin is absolutely not interested. His idea of history is 2 weeks ago, with my family.
Right.
So she was gonna put it on the house and see how long it took Russell to recognize it and see that it was
right
on the house. But I think that's unique that and Lloyd Gass has got his on there, and there's about 4 or 5 other farms that in the county that could be put on that because like the Brown Farm at Morganville, or Wildwood rather.
Right.
And they can be put on there, but you've got to do a lot of work and research to do that. And Lloyd was the first one that did it, and I got the information and started working on mine. So you have to go back and check a lot of records to make sure when they bought it. And luckily, I asked my aunt right before she passed away when her grandmother actually bought the farm. She said it was 1910. So I went back and pulled up the records of 1910. And another thing was sort of funny about it, that she was the lady that bought it. It wasn't her husband, but she bought it. I think they bought it for $3,000, which in 1910, that was big bucks.
Right.
But I thought that was unusual that a woman back then I was starting to say headstrong, but maybe stubborn is a better word.
Right.
She was. I mean, what she said went. She was the boss.
Okay.
She was the boss, and she bought it, and we still live there. My 2 daughters live on it, and then all my kids, I gave them all 6 acres, and then I kept 30-something acres. I had to get rid of it because it's just been in the family so long. They work like dogs to get it paid for and get it worked, and we were self-sustaining.
Right.
The only thing we bought was sugar and salt.
Okay.
That's the only thing we had to buy. The rest of the stuff we made our own sausage, our own hams, our own corn meal. We had a meal, flour. We made our own flour. So it was a great life.
Wow.
people couldn't do it now.
No, I don't think so. I couldn't do it. For sure. I wouldn't know how.
No,
I could figure it out on YouTube.
I wouldn't either.
Before then. Well, cool. And that's a good multi-generational investment right there, I guess.
It is. It really is. I'm real proud of it. So I've got to get it on my wall and get it stationed up there somewhere where the kids can see it every once in a while, and at least ask what it is. And I was going to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in history. We've got a group of people out of Chattanooga that's doing a survey of all the houses that are buildings that are over 40 years old in Trenton. And they got most of it done. They're going to have it all recorded, all of Trenton. And that's the first section because it's such a good group. And there was 2 springs that I was telling about. One is down here by Shaw Industry, where my great-grandmother and them used to live, and they got water out of that spring. And it's still running because I went around on the railroad to see if water was still running out of it, and it still is. But it's all grown up around it. And the other one is down at Jenkins Field.
Okay.
And it's a sulfur water. It's right there by the spring and by the creek, but it's sulfur water. And that's where they got the water for Trenton Academy. My dad used to go down there when he was in high school there, and he'd go down there and get water for the.
What's Trenton Academy?
It was a high school.
Okay.
It was a high school.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
High school.
Yeah.
And
I think they just sent him down there because he was so much trouble in school that they just let him out of the class just to go get rid of him for a little while.
Right.
But it being sulfur water, they probably didn't even notice it. And you can still go down there and you can smell the sulfur. But it needs to be cleaned out and redone and put a plaque or something up there. So it's a pretty old thing, and most people don't. It's walled in, so most people don't know it. And there's part of down to one by Shaw Industries on this end. It's part of the building is still there. It was a rock building, but you couldn't see it through the trees much. And they took a picture of it just to show the location of it. And we have another guest. You want to talk about her just for a minute? We only got 30 minutes because we're going to show the parade in just a few minutes and run it. But so we've got to fill 30 minutes of talking.
Jabbering.
We've got a lady that's coming in.
Yeah, right. So Miss Chris Angston is going to be on. I think I said her name right. And she's going to be on talking about a wedding. She was trying to tell me exactly where it is. I haven't seen it myself, but there's a wedding venue of sorts on the side of Lookout Mountain up on 136, and she'll tell us more about it because obviously she knows more. We're also sitting 2 days on the other side of the Business Expo, the Small Business Expo in Dade County.
Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that went off pretty well. I don't know how many businesses we had, but I think all of our spaces were filled. Eventually, I think there were a couple that were maybe an hour, 2 hours late, but eventually all of our space was filled. We had a very good turnout. Lots of people showed up. It was from, I want to say 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I was there the whole time. Nathan Wooten was heading that up, so of course I was there to help. Uncle Lairs did a great job. They were kind of the source of food and meal and lunch that were there. As soon as you walked in, they were set up on the left. But even before you got in, they had like a food truck sitting outside, and that's where they were selling most of their lunch food. But when you got in, they had like packaged food. Yeah. So they did a great job with that. And we had a bouncy house for the kids, and I was kind of concerned that it was a little too cold for that.
Well,
but no,
I saw kids out there bouncing.
Yeah, apparently kids don't give a flip. They're going to get
They
the
don't
bouncy
get
house.
cold.
No, they don't care.
Just old people get cold.
That's true. Yeah. And so that went very well. And then, breaking down was certainly a lot easier. I'd like to give us more time to set up next year. We were crunched for time, seriously. But then breaking down was easy. And then we had to... It was kind of funny. We had some of our inmates over there helping us, working the event, setting up and breaking down. And they were really concerned about missing the parade, which I just kind of thought to be funny. Yeah. But we got back to the jail just in time for them to get out there and watch from the sign they have there at the jail. Yeah. So And then, of course, there's the parade, which I'm going to be excited to see that because I didn't get to see it because of that event.
I didn't get to see it either.
Right.
Yeah, and we've talked about the trustees before. They do a tremendous amount of work for free.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'd rather be outside than sitting in jail, doing nothing.
Right.
And especially over at the library, and then I saw 3 or 4 of them over there helping with the expo and stuff like that. And Nathan puts a lot of work into that.
He does.
Just the logistics of it, of trying to get it all together and get it organized. Mm-hmm. And it's well organized.
It is.
It's just fun just to go over there and just walk around and see all the stuff that's made in Dade County.
Yeah, and by the way, it just hit my mind. I'm the one that put out all the road signs for the event, advertising it. And I also got them all up, I think. So if anybody sees a stray sign advertising the event, please let me know because I need to go get it. It's mine.
Yeah, we saw a lot of signs. Well, that helped, really.
Yeah.
People reminding people when to come out of the food store and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think we had 25 altogether.
Yeah,
so. Good number.
It was great. Last night we were trying to talk about Christmassy stuff, and last night I went out to a play at New Salem. And one of the girls that works over at where Amy works at the superintendent's office invited us out there. So we went out there. And it was interesting that the play was really good. It was one of the girls there at the church wrote the play, and it was really good. And the thing about it is they had, when they last announced it, right before they ate, they announced that they had a fruit bag for everybody to take home with them. And that we used to do that at New England. We'd make fruit bags, put orange and apple, tangerine, nuts, and candy in it. And that was the only time that we got an orange. You didn't have them all. We thought that was a grand thing, to get that orange. We were more interested in getting the bag than we were any kind of gifts or anything. Because we only got one gift, too. Our family was cheap. But anyway, we got one good gift.
Right.
And but that was the only time we get an orange, which I thought was
a nice little memory.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a great memory.
Of course, now you can go to the store and buy an orange.
I know any time
well, I guess
that you want to.
Then. I don't know.
But,
so anyway, it might be about that time for us to take our first break and bring our guest on. Is that about right?
No.
I don't know. I ain't here doing this all the time. But I think we're there, so we'll be right back with our first and last and only guest for the day. Thank you.
Enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime, or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of Two-Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets, and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas, just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne. Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net. When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Mr. Rooter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710. When you or a loved one is facing a life-limiting illness, hospice care may be the answer. At Tapestry Hospice, the patient is the focus of our care. We're here to serve you and facilitate your wishes. Tapestry caregivers are concerned with managing your pain, keeping you in touch with your physician, and helping you make plans for the future. Hospice is life-affirming, and Tapestry Hospice can help you deal with all aspects of life, mind, body, and soul. Call Tapestry Hospice for more information. 706-383-8812. That's 706-383-8812. Tapestry Hospice. Redefining hope.
A small bank with big service. Citizens Bank and Trust, offering a wide range of services, including online banking. Pay your bills, manage your account anytime, 24 hours a day. Your account balance is only a phone call away as well at 657-1234. Or visit our convenient locations. Lookout Mountain, Georgia, Higdon, Alabama, on our main branch on Highway 11 in Trenton. Citizens Bank and Trust, 657-5678. A community bank that believes in the community. Citizens Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. Here we are with all the, I don't know what these are called, draperies. They're not draperies.
Fancy stuff.
The fancy stuff.
Yeah,
there
fancy
we go.
stuff.
So we're here with Chris Angston, I believe, again. Yes, who I found spells her name funny in her words, not mine. And she's going to tell us all about, what is it? Not Oak Ridge. I want to say Oak Ridge Farms. Is that it? No.
It's Oakleaf Cottage.
Oakleaf Cottage. Sorry. Go
That's
ahead.
Okay. We are a small wedding venue. We're actually just on the side of Lookout Mountain on your way up toward Cloudland Canyon State Park. We actually border Cloudland Canyon State Park.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Is it on the mountain or just on the side?
It's just on the side. We're not all the way at the top. So we're just, we have a nice steep driveway that takes you and gives you a view of sand. But, yeah, so we're
Is
we're
it?
up that
Is
way.
it the big house on the White House on the?
That's our neighbor.
Oh, okay, yeah, just right before you start up the mountain.
Yep, that's exactly it. Yeah, you know
Okay.
who we are now. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So we've just got, like, it's a small sign. We're pretty subtle. We kind of did that on purpose because a lot of our advertising mentions that we're hidden on the side of Lookout Mountain. And so we did that on purpose.
I see.
I
think
think
that's
the
clever.
Gaddises used to live there. Is that
They
there?
did.
They still live there.
Well, okay, so the house you mentioned, that's Iola Gaddis. And
Yeah.
so her daughter had the property that is now ours.
Oh, okay.
I think that's clever to keep it hidden because I know a lot of people like to have more private, quiet setting type weddings. Like a
Yeah.
lot of them from Dade County, if they don't want like a Chattanooga big wedding or something, they'll try to like go out to
Make it simple.
They'll try to
Make
go
it
out to
sim-
Rising Fawn and find something. So this is good. Have one right
That is good.
right in the middle of everything.
Right in Trenton. And where did you come from? I mean, what's your little bit of your background? Where did you move here from?
I'm originally from South Florida. My husband and I actually lived in Dade City, Florida.
Nice.
Oh, that's
at the
unusual.
time, and we left there about 15 years ago because there were 4 hurricanes that hit the state in the space of 6 weeks. Their names were Charlie, Francis, Ivan, and Jean, and we said we're done.
And you're right in the middle of them.
We were done. We were just like, when you have to board up your house that much and you're out of power that much and your dogs are suddenly terrified of any wind whatsoever,
Oh, yeah.
you're done.
Yeah, see, my family, we had a fire on one of our houses, and then we had this tornado outbreak, which destroyed our house a few years later. And so we're only so many natural disasters away from being done too. So
Yes.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So-
totally understand.
So anyway, tell us what all this is right here.
Well, I just brought in a few things that are kind of popular right now. A lot of boho is kind of the big deal right now. So I didn't have anything fresh, so I brought in some money plant and stuff. And this is just as a bouquet. You know, they just got a little bit of ribbon wrapped on it. We do a lot of mismatched china, a lot of the mismatched glassware. This is all stuff from like 1950, 1960 that was all really popular.
Okay.
And so we include a good bit of that with our wedding event so that, you know, there's less for people to have to bring. And we started doing that mostly because a lot of our couples are not local. They're actually coming from all over the U.S. And we've actually had some international weddings at this point.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, we've had
That's
people from
interesting.
Norway and Germany and also Mexico. So
Yeah.
we've had, they come in from California, North Carolina, Idaho. They've been from everywhere. Florida. I just did my most recent inquiry.
Is
was
it
out of
just
Florida.
word of mouth, or do you advertise on?
We do advertise online, but not even very much. You know,
Yeah.
like I know a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I get on Wedding Wire and all that," but we're actually not.
Yeah,
It seems
that's
like
good.
we've gotten out there just by getting published a few times, and so
So how long have you been here again?
we bought the property about 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And my husband and I.
And you've had that much international attention already at this
Yeah.
point. Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive. Sorry to
You must
interrupt
do a
you.
good job if
Yes.
you're getting that kind of business.
We're having a good time. Well, our setting is kind of what And that's part of what made it such a cool spot is the mountainside and all those mossy rocks. That's stuff that most people don't see anywhere else. So I mean, Dade County is a gorgeous. This is a gorgeous area.
Oh, I think so too.
And so, we get pictures, couples, it's all about the Instagram pictures. It's all about, those photos.
Oh, yeah.
And so now you've got this giant, mossy, rocky mountainside, and it's set in the middle of the woods, and it's the boho thing and everything. And so that's what's bringing them in from everywhere. So it's something they haven't seen.
Yeah. Can you show some of the pictures that she brought with us, please? And she can sort of explain. We got some pictures.
Rex just yell.
So that's actually one of the inside of our barn. That's from a styled shoot, and it actually got published. We worked with a couple of vendors out of Chattanooga mostly for that one. But it's the barn was actually there. We remodeled it.
So that's a barn.
That's a barn. Yeah,
it
was a barn. It was actually there, and it's kind of weird because it's on the side of a mountain. It's literally snugged up right against the side of the rocks.
Yeah.
So it's and we added a deck out through those doors there. So yeah, and that's more of the inside
gorgeous.
of the barn. Yeah. So we that was actually the Norwegian wedding. So we added in a whole lot of the greenery and stuff from outside and put it on the ceiling, and a lot of blue in that wedding. It was really pretty. It was a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
And that's more of that same wedding. I just pulled in a few of those so you can see that boho thing. You got rugs and macrame in the background, and they've got the forest back there. So
Well, can you do the weddings inside and outside if they want whatever they
you definitely
whatever they
can.
want?
You can.
Now, how far is that from the barn? Is it just
That's straight out back, right behind it.
okay? So you do all the receptions and everything there
do. Yep.
with that
Yep.
too.
The whole package.
Well, that is really nice. And now, what is this?
That's actually the cottage, and that was also there. That was built by the Gaddis family, and we remodeled it. Kind of gave it. It already had a fantastic layout and everything. It already looked very farmhouse, which is also really popular right now. We just kind of changed out the trim and a few other details to kind of give it a little bit more. We try to make it look more 1940s on the inside, and so we made a few adjustments there. But now, usually the bride's family, the bride and her friends will stay in there the night before, and that way they're ready to go first thing in the morning. That they're on site. They can get makeup done on site. They've got the.
So y'all don't
less
actually
stress.
live in the house. That's just strictly for the venue there.
Right.
Well, that is really.
About how big is that right there, and how many people usually gonna?
It sleeps 9.
Okay.
So it's got 4 bedrooms and 3 baths. It originally had 5 bedrooms, and we said no, we don't need that many bedrooms. So we kind of we cut one out.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's nice. Oh
That's
my.
pretty. That is
And that's some of the rocks that people want.
Oh yeah, that is pretty.
Now, what's this mist in the background there?
That is actually
Is that-
another super popular thing right now called smoke bombs. So
Okay.
they come in all different colors. This one's just white, and so being able to kind of create a fog,
Yeah.
to kind of give you that effect, because this time of year we get lots of fog.
Yeah.
But that was actually, I think, early April. Things were just starting to bloom,
Sure.
and so we were forcing the fog this way.
Right. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, yeah,
That's a
that
great
is
offset
beautiful.
in the picture. I
Is
love it.
any kind of waterfalls or anything on it, or
No, unfortunately not.
yeah?
No, I mean, we do have couples that want to get the waterfall photos, so for that they go over to Cloudland Canyon State Park, or they go to Lula Lake, but usually Cloudland Canyon.
Yeah.
So they just run over there and get those pictures.
Sure.
Now that's on the property too, I guess.
Yeah.
They're just.
Yep,
That
those are
is-
definitely those mossy rocks that.
Oh yeah, that's just a perfect setting for wedding pictures, isn't it?
Yep, and that's what draws a lot of people in, and I think that's why we're getting people from all over. In fact, with that one, the bride's father said that this looks like Norway. He said that's why my daughter picked it. He's like, I understand now why we're all here,
Yeah.
is because it looks like Norway.
Oh, so they came here just to get married here. They weren't
they
just
did.
living here and then here's a place. Oh,
No,
that's
no.
that's funny. That's funny.
No, we've definitely. I would say we're mostly destination venue, and so we've worked with a lot of the local Airbnbs and vacation rentals in the area, so that we
Okay.
have a good network of places to send
now
everybody.
the Wootons are into that. No. yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. We should. Okay. We should talk
Awesome,
about
yeah,
that later.
yeah, definitely do, because we're always needing more.
Yeah. Okay. We have a lot of like cabins out, and I don't know if you know anything about like Rising Fawn. There are lots of these wood cabins, and we have a lot of those that we rent out to people.
I would love to know more about those.
There's a couple more. There's a couple on the lake over there. If you've never been over there, that's another place where some people like to get married sometimes
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it's there on 2 lakes and stuff like that.
Okay.
But also, yeah, that's great. I think it's so funny because I think people that grow up here don't realize the value of some of this stuff that we have. Like looking at these pictures, that's really nice. But who knows how many people drive by that area every day and just don't even think. Yeah, they don't even see it. That's right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I grew up Boca Raton. I was right on the beach.
Right.
I mean, my house wasn't on the water or anything, but
yeah,
it's what you're used to.
Yes,
and
that's
so
right.
For me, it was like, I don't want to get married on the beach.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, we got married in front of a lake with all these big, mossy old oak trees. So I mean, that was, something different. We didn't want beach.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Asia at different points in my life, and I was on a trip with some people from Covenant College one time, and there were mountains everywhere. And I remember someone in that group saying, whenever we see mountains, we're always going to think of this. And I thought, I won't. I mean, I'll think of my grandma's house because I grew up between two mountains. So it's, it's that kind of thing. What you're used to. Just
it's
like
what you're used to. It's not different to you, and you don't see how amazing it is.
Yeah.
It's just something that you've seen every day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So. Well, there's cabins too at Cloudland Canyon, and we were just talking the other day about how little we go out there to Cloudland Canyon, which is an absolutely beautiful view. I mean, it's just so relaxing just to get out there and walk around and see. What about the getting up to it? Is there a problem with that, or?
Actually, our parking lot's at the bottom. So we purchased a small piece of land back there, and so our parking lot's there, and we actually shuttle everybody, all the guests and everybody. Nobody has to go up there. We actually handle that for them. So, and that way too, there's no cars in your pictures. I mean, it just feels like a park out there because there's no cars. Yeah.
Well, we're about to run out of time. Tell us how you can get in touch with y'all now, as far as your phone numbers. Is it online where you can get it? Well, tell us a little about how they can get in touch with you.
Absolutely. So we have a website. It is at oakleafcottage.com. That's OAKLEAF. And we're also on Instagram. That's probably our favorite thing. It's Oakleaf Cottage on Instagram. And we're on Facebook. I don't use Facebook a whole lot. If you want to reach out to me, you're probably better with my phone number. It's 706-409-0218.
Okay. One more time, that phone number?
706-409-0218.
Awesome.
Okay, and they should have it here at the. Do you have cards and stuff you can leave here? You might want to leave them a card and let them, in case somebody calls, more information about it. But that's really great. I think it's really nice that you moved in here. So
we love it.
Was it just? Did you know anybody here when you moved here?
No.
Nice. Nice.
No, but it feels like home. That's the coolest part.
We've had people come through and I say, how in the world did you pick Dade County? Or they said, we were driving to Florida, or we were driving here and there. We just stopped and loved the mountains and all that stuff. And it's just, I think we have a beautiful area here.
We do.
Living in between two mountains, it restricts a lot of building and everything. We're certainly glad to have you, and I hope you get some business out of this. And
thank you.
We're glad you showed up too, because you were our main one today to do all this.
If you hadn't come, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
me and Rex would have had to sit here and play checkers or something.
And we're going to break now, and then I think they're going to show the parade, which is about 30 minutes long. So just as soon as we all cut off here, they're going to show the parade, and they said it was pretty good the other
Saturday.
night.
I missed it.
Yeah,
they had plenty of time to get away from the expo and get over here and watch the parade. So we're certainly glad you came in. I hope you get some business out of all of this.
Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. And now Monda may be here or she may not. We never know about Monda.
That's right.
So
we may get Rex and Dex again next week.
Yeah, maybe Rex and Dex again. After they found out we did so good, she might want us to come on and say even more. So
anyway, I think y'all did great, and thanks for having me as your first guest on Rex and Dex.
You are.
That's right.
You are. That's first. But anyway, we'll see y'all next week, and stay tuned for the parade.
Oh my God.
Keep filing in front of me, that's real good.
My dog ready? I'm hot chocolate. Where is my chocolate? Wait, I'm ready to start getting in front of me. Keep pushing me up to the street.
Sugar!
Hurry stop.
Really, we just found to get it. Oh, boy! Here. Pay attention.
On the ground. In your hand. Merry Christmas!
You broke it! Don't jump in front of the girl. Don't do this way. Don't keep jumping in front of him.
First, we got put it in the back.
Broken candy cane!
Alright, here, come with me. We're gonna go get candy. Hey, again, let Arista go out and pick up some candy. Don't just let Arista, get ready to go out and get can't do a work for it. Mackenzie, Todd, Arista, get something over here. Hold on.
No, he needs to get rid of that gun that he threw on the ground. Somebody's going to step on. No.
been watching Around Town on KWN Community TV Channel 7. The views and opinions on tonight's program are not necessarily those of staff nor the management of KWN Community TV Channel 7 and Dade County Broadcasting Incorporated. Join us every week for another edition of Around Town on KWN TV 7.